Hey there, welcome to the last official lesson of this course. And this course, this lesson is all about how can you make money while learning to code. Now, if you're a full stack developer, if you come from the back end and you know a little bit of PHP, Python, Ruby, something or other, you could set up websites like WordPress or a Wagtail website or Django CMS website, and you can set people up with regular websites while practicing your front-end skills. But chances are, if you're taking this lesson, that probably doesn't apply to you. So the question is, as a front-end developer, how the heck are you supposed to make money and learn how to code? Well, that's the question, isn't it? So a lot of people think, okay, well, I'm learning to code, so I can't make money. I can't make money until I'm a professional, and then I'll get a job, and then I'll make my money then, and I'll pay off whatever debts I incur while I was learning to code. Well, if you're going to do that, you might as well go back to university or college, pay some insane tuition fee. You don't have to do that at all. Is this going to be easy for you? No. Is it going to be the hardest thing you've ever done? I would hope not. I didn't think it was. So what we're talking about is making money as a junior front-end developer while you're still learning. First one, okay, and this is obviously a no-brainer, is get a job. Now, there's a caveat here. How do you get a job as a junior developer when you're still learning? Like, who wants to hire a newbie? Well, let me tell you who wants to hire a newbie. A, startups. Okay, they're looking for interns. Will you get paid a buttload of money? Probably not, but you'll get some and you'll learn a lot. B, web dev firms. Okay, yeah, they're probably not looking to hire junior devs, but guess what? Go in there and say that you can be hired for a reduced rate because you want to take this opportunity to learn, and you're willing to go in there and say, look, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to learn as much as I can. And I tell you what, in 6 months or in a year, or however long you think, you can sit down with them again and you can say, look, I've come a long way. I'm no longer junior dev. I'm not intermediate. I'm very good at what I do. And I've been around the company for 6 months or a year. I know how things work around here. I'm just wondering if there's a position where you could increase my pay. Does it hurt to ask? No. What's the worst they're going to say? No. Well, you still got paid to learn how to code in a web development firm. So you could go there and ask for employment with reduced pay, or, and I've seen this happen successfully before, is you can go in and ask for a job and work for free. Now, I have a very big asterisk. I can't make this asterisk bigger. But if you're going to work for free, make sure it's only for a set period of time. Don't work for a year for free. Nuh-uh, don't do that. Really, what you want to do is work for free for maybe a month, maybe 2 tops. Spend that time and learn frickin' everything you can from every other developer. Because I guarantee you, you're going to go from a junior dev who can't get a job to a developer who knows what they're doing on the front end very, very well. And being able to basically go over to another web development firm and say, hey, I want a job. I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to call that intern for free. And you know what? What are we going to do here? 2 months tops. Don't break that. I would even say a month. Remember, you're only doing that for experience. Now, if you cannot get away from your current job, you need to pay your bills, you have a family to support, maybe you have some health issues, and that's why you want to be a developer, so you can work from home and take care of yourself a little bit better. Okay, you know what? I get it. A lot of us have been in those positions. So, getting a job is probably not in the cards. Option number 2, you can write some code. Well, Caleb, I'm already writing code. Yeah, but here's the difference. You can write some code and sell it. Have you ever been to codecanyon.com? I think it's Code Canyon. Oops, Code Canyon. There we go. It's codecanyon.com or .io or something or other. Put it in Google, and basically you can write cool little scripts, whether it's JavaScript or Python or PHP or really any sort of web-based script, and you can sell it. You might only sell it for $2 or $5 or something, but guess what? That's a cup of coffee you couldn't afford 10 minutes ago. And now you're writing some code, you're practicing, and you're getting your code out there. Now, if nobody buys from you, don't be heartbroken. Okay, your code is not going to be amazing. Your code has to serve a purpose, and if it's not amazing, well, whatever, you're still learning, right? So this is an option. Will it work for you? Possibly, possibly not. I know a couple people who it has worked very well for. That said, again, here comes asterisks. Don't use Fiverr. You are worth more than $5 per job. I don't care what part of the world you're from, you are worth more than $5 per job. Some of these jobs people are doing for $5 or for like $10 or whatever the upsell is, they will spend like 3 or 4 hours on your website, which is great as an employer or great as a contractor looking to subcontract. But for you, that's bad. And it's not going to give you the experience you think you're going to be getting from it. Trust me on that one. Don't use Fiverr. Next, how else can you make money? Okay. Oh, and by the way, I'm just spitballing these off the top of my head from what I have seen work, from what I would do if I was looking for people. For example, in my startups, am I looking for interns? Not generally, but if someone came up to me and said, hey, I'll work for you for 1 month for free and all I want to do is learn, I'll say, cool, I have a lot of smaller tasks that I can give to you. And as you get better, I'm going to increase the skill required for the tasks. And hey, if you do a great job, if you're not crazy and if you are reliable, guess what? I'm probably going to hire you. So what's a third way you can make money while you're learning to code? Well, you could make websites. Now, if you don't have a back-end knowledge of any languages, so you don't know PHP, Python, Ruby, Go, whatever it is, Node.js, don't sweat it too much. Now, here's why. There are a lot of websites out there that suck. They are terrible. They're not using a content management system. That means they're not on a backend. It's just some static website, and it looks like crap. And by the way, that's me being polite about it. If you go down whatever trendy avenue where all the local businesses live, and a lot of cities have that, anytime you go out to a restaurant, anytime you go anywhere, anytime you see a brand new business out there, look at their website. Hop on your phone and type in their website. If they don't have a website, go and approach them. And be entrepreneurial about this. You don't have to be an asshole, but you do have to be a little bit more aggressive in the market. All you have to do is approach whatever owner or whoever might be in charge. You just go up to them and say, hey, I noticed you don't have a website. Do you mind if I made you a website for super cheap? And even if they got rid of it in the next month for whatever reason, maybe they didn't like it, maybe they have a developer working on something bigger, whatever the reason is, you can say, I'll make you a website for $200. And it's just going to be a static website. So it's only going to be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You get to practice your JavaScript. You can do some cool stuff with it. You can add some animations if you wanted to. Just make sure you consult your client before you really do anything too crazy. And hey, guess what? You just made $200. A static website, we're talking like 5 to 10 pages. Most of that is like copy and paste. You make your template, copy it, 5 or 10 times, and you modify those pages. But your target demographic, this is the important part. Make websites for small businesses. Why? Because small and local businesses tend to give small and local businesses, people like you and me, when we're first learning how to code, they give us a chance. They're willing to look past the fact that you don't have a lot of experience and they don't have a lot of money. So they're saying, oh, okay, I can afford $200 and yeah, this will get my website up. At least I'll have a website. At least people will know that this company exists. Now, I've talked to people all over the world who have small businesses, and I've looked at their websites, and a lot of them have terrible websites, and the ones I've contacted, yeah, $200 is not a big deal. $300, not a big deal. Upwards to $1,500 for a static website is not a big deal for a lot of businesses. You just need to know your target demographic, and you need to have the confidence to ask for the sale. That's the key. At the end of the meeting, you ask them for the sale. You say, I'm really glad we're doing business together. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I'm not going to let you down. Or something a little more positive, you're going to be very proud about the work that I'm going to do for you. Now, this course doesn't go into contracts or anything like that. That's a completely different subject, but that's something you can do. And that's something that I have done. I have personally done this. Now, is there a fourth way to make money? Yes, there is. but it's not easy. This is probably the hardest one. Ready for this? Start your own company. You can get a domain, you can get hosting. I can even teach you how to set up your own server for $5 a month. You get your domain for $10 a year, and you get Google Apps, which will give you your custom @website.com email address for another $5 a month. So for $11 a month, you can have your own company, and you can start making websites for small businesses as an official company if that makes you feel better. You can sell code as an official company if that makes you feel more comfortable. And number 5, and this one actually goes a little bit hand in hand with point number 2, but you do not have to sell your code strictly on Code Canyon. You can sell your code anywhere. Just type into the old Google machine something along the lines of, code selling marketplaces. And you'll probably find a few blog posts that'll send you to places like Code Canyon and other similar competitors. Write one piece of code, put it on Code Canyon. Write that same piece of code, right? Don't just put it on Code Canyon. Put it in 5 or 10 other marketplaces. You don't know who's going to buy, right? And they don't know that your code exists unless you put it in front of their face. So there is 5 ways to make money, well, to the exception of this one, where you have a little bit of a delay, but it really gives you the skills to become extremely employable. Now, this is not a guide for employment. This is just a little bit of a guide for making money. These are things that I have seen work. These are things that, some of these things I've actually done myself, that I know, can I repeat that again? That I know actually work. And here's the key to your success. Start small, build your confidence, build your skills, and the last step, increase your price. And now all of a sudden, you're a freelancer. And freelancers, for the most part, can get jobs in a web development firm fairly easily because they know how to deal with clients. They know how to use a plethora of technologies. They know how to work with other people. They know how to do billing. They understand the pains of building a website. Those are employable skills. I'm going to give you this whole file. I'm going to put it in JavaScript.js, and I'm also going to put it in task.txt so you can see it so that it's everywhere. If you come up with any other ideas to start making money while you're still learning to code, and you've tested them and they work, email them to me, message them to me, create a comment down below, post in the Facebook group, do something, and I'll add it to this list. And I tell you what, if you come up with a really good idea that works, not only will I add it to this list, but I'll put your name in there and I'll put your GitHub account in there as well. This way people know who to thank for contributing. Awesome. So those are just 5 very simple ways that you can make money while still learning how to code. Your homework for this lesson, your assignment, if you haven't already, go look at jobs in your marketplace. Whatever city you live in, go and look for some jobs. See what they're asking for, see what kind of skills they want, and maybe go and contact them about an internship or working for them for 1 or 2 months and see if it works out. Or contact them and say, hey, look, I'm a junior dev. I know I'm a junior dev. You don't have to pay me a lot. I just want to be paid, a little bit so that I can sustain my life. Like, you don't have to pay me $6,000 a month, but, if you can get away with like $1,500 a month, you personally, with your bills, maybe ask for that. Say, hey, I'm just looking for a little bit of money while I learn. I really want to get into this, and this is how I'm being dedicated to my craft. That's it. Anyways, I'm going to leave you on that note. Thank you very much for taking this course. I hope you've learned something. If at any point in time you found something valuable, I would really appreciate a nice review.